Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth and rule well. And I want to say shalom to Akman Akwat out there pursuing this truth diligently. Coming at you once again with another lesson. This one's titled "The Eve of Destruction." All right, and for those that are not in the filled in way, it's currently December 24th, aka the world's holiday of Christmas Eve, with Christmas Eve coming in tomorrow, or Christmas with Christmas coming in tomorrow. All right, and of course, Lord willing, we're gonna do a lesson then. All right, dealing with the history of Christmas and the paganism of it. All right, but this one I was like, what, I want to kind of touch on the eve of destruction. When I was this morning, it popped into my head, and I said the eve of destruction. Wow, and when I think of eve of destruction, I think of the song. I think it was I don't remember if it was Bruce Springsteen. It's an old Vietnam song, Eve of Destruction. I looked it up earlier. Barry McGuire. I'm thinking the other one. Bruce Springsteen does that stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody knows that one. But if you're familiar, I watch a lot of those Vietnam War movies. So this is one of those famous Vietnam War era songs, Eve of Destruction. And I believe another elder or apostle did a lesson one time called Eve of Destruction. I don't think it was related to Christmas Eve though. So this popped in my head, and I said, what? Let's go and do a lesson on it. So this one's really going to be touching on different things than tomorrow's lesson, Lord willing. Tomorrow's lesson's more going to be focusing on, not going after, not worshiping idols. It is going to be touching on, worldliness and some other things. This one's more talking about, a little bit about judgment. Same thing, worldliness, does touch on idols as well, but they're, it's almost like a two-part lesson. They're touching on similar things. This one's a little bit different, but these ones are really like you can think of this as a part one. Okay, and tomorrow will be like a part two. Lord willing, of course, when you get around to making that lesson. So this will be like a part one, and I don't know what we're going to call, tomorrow's lesson, Lord willing, we get around to making it, but we'll figure it out, Lord willing. So we're gonna start up with, let's go. What is Christmas Eve? Okay, because a lot of people, know, it's Christmas Eve. Well, what is Christmas Eve? Why do people celebrate Christmas Eve? Why? It's it's not Christmas. It's Christmas Eve. For what? Why would you celebrate the day before something? People don't celebrate the birthday eves. All right, so why Christmas Eve? So, it says Christmas Eve is the evening or entire day before Christmas Day, the festival commemorating the birth of, you see it here, says, it's the J word. We'll be referring to this as the J word. It says Christmas Day is observed around the world, and Christmas Eve is widely observed as a full or partial holiday in anticipation for Christmas Day. Together, both days are considered one of the most culturally significant celebrations in Christendom, really? I thought they would just call it Christianity. And Western society. All right, and and you can get it just from the name, Christ, and then Mass. All right, Mass for Christ. Right? So, and it's the Eve, right? And they say it's commemorating the birth of the J word. Well, Yahweh Shai was not born in December, so what are you really doing? Because we all know that what the time of Passover, all right, when Yahweh Shai was resurrected, that was around the time of his birth, all right, was what they would call spring, okay, and then they have Easter, which Easter is still not celebrating that. They say, it's commemorating the resurrection of Christ. Well, no. Okay, no. It literally sounds like what you're actually celebrating. Austere, or Eostere, or Oster, or however you pronounce that holiday. Which, we'll get around to that when that holiday comes around, if it comes around. All right, if we're still here. Hopefully not. So continuing on, it says Christmas celebrations and denominations of Western. So before I stop, so they say, Christmas is about celebrating the birth of the J word. No, well, the J word is an incorrect translation of the son's name Yahushai, and just as it's really just a false. This is just J word character is an idol, all right, a false god. Okay, because we've already talked about it before. If you look at how the ideologies and upholdings of Yahushai, and then you look at the ideologies and upholdings of this Jesus character, and I'll say his name as an example for this. They're two completely different beings. Okay, for example, Yahushai will judge you, and you will get messed up. All right. How on the other hand, Jesus will let you get away with anything. Okay, you can do whatever. You can be, how do I want to say this? You can be zesty, all right, and still worship Jesus, but that's not allowed, all right, with the worshiping of Yahushai. So, two different people, and apparently 2 different birthdays. Keep that in mind. So, continuing, it says Christmas celebrations in the denominations of Western Christianity have long begun on Christmas Eve, due to in part the Christian liturgical day starting at sunset, a practice inherited from Jewish tradition. It's based on the story of creation in the book of Genesis. And there was evening and there was morning the first day. Many churches still ring their church bells and hold prayers in the evening. For example, Nordic Lutheran churches, since traditions hold that J-word was born at night based on Luke 2:6-8. Midnight Mass is celebrated on Christmas Eve, traditionally at midnight, in commemoration of his birth. So this says the idea of the J word being born at night is reflected in the fact that Christmas Eve is referred to as Heilige Nacht, Holy Night, all right, or Heilige Nacht. Let's see how let's see how I did it. How good we do it. Let's see. I probably butchered it. German's either really easy to pronounce or really hard. German to English. Let's hear it. Oh, that's not it. Where were we? Here we are.
Heilige Nacht.
Heilige Nacht.
Heilige Nacht.
Okay, interesting. Heilige Nacht. Anyway, so we butchered it. We tried. Alright. Holy night is what it means in German, right? It says, oh geez. Noche Buena? Is that how it would be? I'm not great with Spanish either, honestly. It says what in the world? How in the hell? Where were we? Okay, where were we? Oh, here it is. It says good night in Spanish, and similarly other expressions of Christmas spirituality, such as the song Silent Night, Holy Night. Everybody knows that one. All right, it says many other varying culture, traditions, and experiences are also associated with Christmas Eve around the world, including the gathering of family and friends, the singing of Christmas carols, the illumination and enjoyment of Christmas lights, trees, and other decorations, the wrapping and exchange and opening of gifts, in general preparation for Christmas Day. Legendary Christmas gift-bearing figures include Santa Claus, Father Christmas, Christkind, Saint Nicholas, all are also often said to depart from their annual journey to deliver presents to children around the world on Christmas Eve. And if you look up Saint Nick, alright, but yeah, well, if you look it up, the devil comes up. Old Nick. They call him Old Nick. Alright, Old Nick. The old devil Saint Nick. Alright, so that's what they say. But even if Santa literally rearranged as Satan, so keep that in mind. What else do we got? We don't need to read the whole thing. You know what people do. Everybody's done it before. You know, some families, you know, you open one present. That's what we used to do in my family. We used to get to open one present on Christmas Eve. One. It wasn't a big one. It was a small one. And then, you know, that was pretty much it. You'd hang out with family, and that was it. So, but all this goes back to worshiping this Jesus Christ character. Okay, and I don't want to say that name is more than I have to, because it's disgusting. It leaves a bad taste on the tongue. So it's a false name, you know. It's a false name. It's more so than a false name, because it's not just a false name. It's not just, oh, it's in the Bible. It's a false translation. It says Jesus where Yahushai should be. It's not that simple. Okay, they've taken that and run it and actually built a whole idol out of just that mistranslation of the name. You know, they are completely different people. What one allows, the other does not. All right, and you know they're different. They're different races. All right, they're different races, different skin colors. All right, different hair lengths, different eye colors. They're different people entirely. Okay, Jesus is not Yahushai, and Yahushai is not Jesus. All right, regardless of that name being in the Bible as it shouldn't be, it should say Yahushai there, and it shouldn't say Christ. It should say Hamashiach, but it's there. But it's further than that, as in they've built a whole idol off of that. And in Jeremiah 25 and 6, it says, and do we want to read up actually? It says, we'll actually read up from 5, Jeremiah 25 and 5. It says, they said, turn ye again now every one from his evil way and from the evil of your doings, and dwell in the land that the Lord hath given unto you and to your fathers forever and ever. And go not after other gods to serve them and to worship them, and provoke me not to anger with the works of your hands, and I will do you no hurt. Verse 7 says, yet ye have not hearkened to me, you've not listened to me, saith the Lord, that ye might provoke me to anger with the works of your hands, to your own hurt. So you did it anyway, all right, and now I'm gonna mess you up. All right, that's what the Lord did. All right, that's what the Lord said. All right, He said not to do it, and you did it anyway, because you don't listen to the Lord. The Lord says to go right, you go left. The Lord says jump, you sit down. Okay, and it's the same thing with these traditions. These are worldly, wicked traditions, all right, that go back to, you know, to just paganism, man. Paganism, and this Eve is one thing by itself, you know. But Christmas goes into paganism. We're gonna be touching on that more tomorrow, but it goes back into Saturnalia. Okay, Saturnalia. You can look it up. Saturnalia. All right, and it goes, look, Saturnalia, it says, is held in mid-December, and it's not mid-December, it's just December. It's an ancient Roman, so these Edomites, all right, that are still around today. They were calling themselves Roman back then, but now they're calling themselves Caucasian, all right, which is funny enough, all right, or they call themselves white, not so much Caucasian anymore. They still use that term technically, scientifically, which is revealing because they are from the Caucasus Mountains. But it's an ancient Roman pagan festival honoring the agricultural god Saturn. Of course, Saturnalia. You know, and it's funny because I was just thinking Saturnalia. If you remember, IHOP does a thing called Baconalia. All right, which is, you know, obviously in Alia in reference to these Roman traditions, these Roman holidays, and I didn't even think about that until just now. And I just remembered Baconalia. It says it's an ancient Roman pagan festival. You can stop right there. Look. Because of when the holiday occurred, near the winter solstice, Saturnalia celebrations are the source of many of the traditions we now associate with Christmas, such as wreaths, candles, feastings, and gift giving. They also didn't mention mistletoes, all right, which is also another Roman thing. We'll get more tomorrow, all right? We don't want to spoil all of tomorrow's lesson, all right? But this is a lot of what we'll be talking on. So this goes back to this, man. Worshiping one, you're doing multiple levels. There's multiple layers. Like, you know, onions have layers, ogres have layers. You know, Shrek. So just like this, you know, this wicked idolatry has layers, man. Not only are you worshiping a false idol, Jesus Christ, but that Jesus Christ worship is taking place on a day that historically goes back to ancient pagan Roman customs. All right, or honoring another false god, Saturn. So you got layers on top of layers, man, and you don't even know that there's probably a layer under this, you know, and everything's got layers, man. Everything's got layers. You look at, you see a Planned Parenthood. We see, you know, you sacrificing your children to Molech. All right, So you don't see the layers because you're not cutting through the layers. You just look at the cake for what it is. You say, okay, that's a cake. What's under those layers, man? There's layers under there that you're not seeing. You're not tasting. All right, you're not getting the flavor of. You don't know. All right, there could be buttercream in there and you wouldn't even know, man, because all you're seeing is the first top of the layer. All you're seeing is that frosting. What's under the frosting, man? You know? And I'm using it as an example, but that's how it is. Sometimes we use examples, but really, what if, look at that frosting look good. That could be some piece of shit ass Walmart cake, okay? That ain't even good. It's not even good cake. All right, everyone's had Walmart birthday cake. If you're Jake, you've had Walmart birthday cake. The shit's not good. All right, but that's what you think of when you think of birthday cake. That's the flavor. Everybody thinks of it because that's what you had growing up, But it's not good. But the frosting on top, it looks good until you eat it. You're like, ugh, So you could frost a turd, all right, and probably make it look great. All right, you could stack up cow patties and frost them. Look at that, it's a great cake. What's under that? What's under the frosting, man? A bunch of shit. Okay, and you don't ever break down the layers. You don't ever look through it. You just take the frosting for what it is. Okay, and you don't even realize what you're worshiping is going off. And your parents taught you to do it, and their parents taught them to do it, and their parents taught them to do it. All right, and it's just a tradition that's been going on and on and on and on and on and on and on. For forever, man. Just Christmas Eve and Christmas. We can get after the traditions. This is Colossians 2:8. And some of these scriptures we'll more than likely end up getting tomorrow as well. I don't want to get too many overlapping scriptures. I like to have, different scriptures I don't want to do two lessons with all the same scriptures. So more than likely, not more than likely, Lord willing, we do it. There will be differing scriptures because it's going to be touched on more on the roots, more about idol worship, a couple about the traditions, and maybe even a little bit about Nimrod, all right, the Nimrod tree, right, that which is another idol that you bow down and worship, that Christmas tree in the house, all right, the tree of Nimrod, all right, it's a representation of him, I believe it's a representation of when he was, came back or reincarnated somehow, Nimrod tree, reincarnation tree, the Nimrod tree, all right, they say, yeah. It says Nimrod's wife, I think it was, claimed that a full-grown evergreen tree sprang overnight from a dead tree stump, which symbolized the springing forth unto a new life of the dead Nimrod. So when he was resurrected, I guess, a evergreen tree sprung up overnight. Okay, almost all pagan. It's pagan. Who is Nimrod? It's a pagan god. A mighty hunter before the land, and Nimrod is is sometime somewhere in here. They also he's almost like he's not a god, but they worship him as such. I mean, if you're going out of your way to have trees and stuff, that would be worshiping as a god, not a god, but being worshipped as a god. Why is there a picture of Xing Jinping here? That's hilarious. Tale of Two Tyrants. All right, so but keep that in mind. So Jeremiah 25:7, well 25:6, and go not after other gods to serve them. And notice little g, all right, because only Yahweh gets the capital G. Okay, and go not after other gods to serve them and to worship them, and provoke me not to anger with the works of your hands, and I will do you no hurt. You didn't listen though, Jake, did you? 25:7, yet ye have not hearkened to me, saith the Lord, that ye might provoke me to anger with the works of your hands to your own hurt. Okay, and so, and let's go on to Isaiah 5:20. Okay, and it says, woe unto them, because look, we try to tell you these things are wrong. All right, the apostles, the elders, the brothers, everyone tries to tell you that they're wrong, and you don't believe them. Oh, we've been doing it forever. Just as we got, I don't think we got it, but Colossians 2:8, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Hamashiach. All right, these things are not after Hamashiach. They're not of Yahweh Shai. All right, these things are of the world. These are traditions of men. You know, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter. All right, Valentine's Day, 4th of July. These are traditions of men. All right, you know, the Lord doesn't celebrate, you know, independence of America from England. So that's not a tradition of that's not after, you know, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai or Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, right? That's after the tradition of men. Okay, and such with Christmas Eve and Christmas. Those are not philosophies of Hamashiach. Those are not philosophies of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. That's of men who took some fucking tinsel and some silver and gold and decked a tree, and we're gonna get that scripture tomorrow. They have a scripture about it, and a Nimrod tree, and worshipped it as a god. Okay, that's your all, and all this is not of the Lord. So he doesn't condone of it. Okay, again, which we'll be getting tomorrow. Okay. He doesn't participate in these things. These are traditions of men. Okay? Colossians 2:8, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Hamashiach. Okay? And so keep that in mind. The Lord is not with this. All right? He's not with this. Well, it's Christmas Eve. It's Christ. Miss, well, his name's not Christ. Well, it's for Jesus. His name's not Jesus. Okay? Jesus is with it, but Yahweh Shai HaMashiach is not. And the Father, for sure, Yahweh is not with it either. All right? And so you're not celebrating. You know, these people celebrate something because it makes them feel like they're doing something good. It makes them feel like they did right. You know, we did something good. And then they go back after that, you know, they go to church. You know, and it's the same thing with church, man. It's the same thing with Christmas. These fucking dickheads, man. I'm gonna swear for a little bit. You know, they say swear. Again, we talked about this yesterday. It's not really swearing. I'm gonna use some harsh language for a minute. I'm trying to get better with it, but I'm gonna use some harsh language for a minute. These fucking dickheads in the world, these idiots, these morons, all right, are shitheads and assholes all year round. And then all of a sudden, holiday season comes around, you know, December, and then they have this fucking Christmas cheer, Christmas spirit, all right? The holiday, what do they call it? Holiday cheer. Fuck that shit, man. These people are dickheads all goddamn year round, being pieces of shit, and then the holidays come around, and then they have the audacity to start holding the doors open for me and shit. And everybody, they do it to everybody. Have a blessed day. Isn't it a wonderful day, Bill? Let me hold the door for you. Happy holidays to you and your family. May God bless you all. Merry Christmas and do all a great day. Fuck you, Bill. Kick rocks, man. Eat shit. Okay? I'm sick of that shit. I'm sick of it. Okay? I hate that shit. And it's been happening recently. And it's like, no, it's so damn disingenuous and it pisses me off. Because you know you're a piece of shit. You know you are. You know you don't give a shit about holding the doors open. You know you don't give a fuck about any well-being of anybody else. And now you're going to use this month as time to, like, what, justify yourself that you're good? No, you're a piece of shit, man. Okay? And I don't like that shit. I don't like that fake shit. I'm not with it. I'm not with that old acting fake and all that bullshit. If you're a piece of shit, be a piece of shit and move on without your day. Don't try to use, it's the holiday cheer. There's no such thing as holiday cheer. These people are losing their goddamn minds. You have two halves of people. You have the people that are dickheads that are now all of a sudden nice. Uncle Gene, all right, that's always been a fucking prick, all right, is now all of a sudden the nicest guy in the world, all right. And you know, and it continues on all the way up until the New Year's Eve. You know, making resolutions. I'm gonna be a better guy. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're gonna be a fucking asshole, and you're gonna continue to be an asshole. Well, I'm gonna be better. No, you're not, Charlie. No, you're not, Uncle Charlie. You're gonna continue to be the same fucking drunk that you've always been. You know, everybody's got some uncle. I don't have an Uncle Charlie. I'm just using basic names. But I do have a drunk uncle. Everyone has one, right? So, you know, and then, I'm gonna do better. No, you're not. No, you're fucking not. Don't lie to yourself, man. Don't lie. Go into the new year saying, I'm gonna still be a drunk. I'm gonna still be the same piece of shit that I'm gonna be. All right? Don't try to lie to yourself. All right? And I just had to rant for a little bit on that because that shit pisses me off, man. These people are all of a sudden trying to act like they're the nicest, sweetest little innocent things that they've ever been. No, you're not, man. You're evil. You're wicked. You're mean as hell. And you're mean as... It's the same thing they do right before they go to church. You know, they're talking shit. Barbara's a bitch. I fucking hate Barbara. Okay, we're going into church. Put your cigarette out. They stomp the cigarette out in the church parking lot. Going to church. You know, hi, how are you doing, Barbara? It's so good to see you. And then they go out, no, I fucking hated seeing her. It's the same disingenuous bullshit, man. I'm not with it. And you shouldn't be... It's deceitful. It's deceit. That's deceit. You're not supposed to be being deceitful. That's deceit. What is deceit?
Deceit.
All right. Deceit, the action or practice of deceiving someone by concealing or misrepresenting the truth. And what are you misrepresenting? You're misrepresenting that you're a nice person. You're really just an asshole, man. Everybody knows you are. All right. And like I said earlier, I was going to, you got half. You got the half of the people are losing their fucking mind. I had a guy, like I said, where I work, flipping his fucking shit, having a mental breakdown. Another guy getting caught because he's a fucking fugitive. Other people are just acting wild. There's people, the spirits are up and active. And then the other half are acting like they're the nicest, the most holy people that you've ever met in your life. No, you're not. You're wicked. All right? You're wicked. Stop with the game, man. The take the mask off. We all know who you are. You've been an asshole your whole life, and you're not gonna stop now. Okay? Fuck you. I had to rant about that a little bit. I know other people are pissed about it too, because it's just, I hate that. Why, if you're gonna be nice, why can't you just be nice the whole year round, right? Why do you have to limit it to a year? It's like all these holidays are fucking retarded. It's like Valentine's Day. Oh, we gotta show love for our woman. Shouldn't you just show love to your woman year round? You gotta fucking dedicate it to a day. You couldn't just get your woman a gift any other day. You have to have a holiday to do it. Same with Christmas, man. You couldn't just get someone a gift any other day. You couldn't just get them one on March 3rd. All right, you just it had to be on this is the dedicated gift giving day. You could have just given them a gift anytime. You could have been nice anytime. Hey, I thought you liked this. I bought it for you. No, you only do it because you're fucking obligated to it. You're only doing that. You wouldn't give anybody gifts if you weren't obligated. You wouldn't. Because you don't give a shit. You would not give anybody a gift if you were not obligated. You would not be nice and spread Christmas cheer if you were not obligated. If it wasn't a tradition of this world, you would not do it. You would not do it. Rant over. All right, let's continue on. So, these people, they're going back, and they think it's the greatest thing ever. Oh, we've been doing it forever. It's just a tradition. We love it. And you're nice to people, and it's for God. It's for Jesus. And it's just a sweet thing to stay with your family. In Isaiah 5:20, it says, "Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil." And that's exactly what you're doing. You're calling good things evil, and you're calling evil things good. We tell you, hey, man, you can't do that. You say, no, that's evil. You're telling us we can't spend time with your family. No one said you can't spend time with your family. You just do it any other time, And for you brothers and sisters out there, if you're using these days, all right, because someone have it off to spend with your family, that's fine. All right, the Lord knows you're not going over there to celebrate Christmas. If you're going to spend time with your family, because that's the only time the family gets together, because they don't want to visit any other time, but everybody gets together for Christmas. Every other day it's fuck you, nobody wants to see you, but every Christmas everybody gets together, right? Acts like everything's all good. All right, in the dysfunctional ass family, right? That's in most families. All right, that's how it was with my family. Actually, my family hardly ever really got together. To be honest with you, it was mostly like small little gatherings. But so thankfully, if that's the only time you'll be able to see, Aunt Sharquisha. All right, Sharquisha. All right, then hey, I guess go ahead and see it. All right, go ahead and see her through ass. All right, go and see her through ass. Go and see Uncle Bill get drunk and stumble down the stairs for the 43rd annual year. All right, the annual falling down the stairs for Uncle Bill. All right, go and see that. Go and see those badass kids that haven't been getting raised right. All right, and we're screaming around, running around. All right, go and see the other people that are always in a bad mood. Go and see it. But hey, if that's what you want to do, if that's the only time you can see your family members, hey, nothing's wrong with that. But don't go over there and open presents and shit. And and bend down under the tree and do all those things. And if someone sends you a present, you don't have to throw the shit away. You can accept it with humility. I always tell people to not get me anything. I haven't received anything yet. Okay? So call all Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai for that. Who knows? I might get something randomly. Who knows? I don't care. Either way, if I get something, I get something. If I don't, I don't. I don't want it. I don't care. If they send it, hey, cool. I'm not going to turn down a gift card of $50 if there's a gift card of $50, whatever it is, all right? But at the same time, please give me something for Christmas. I don't celebrate for Christmas. I tell everybody, told my parents, hey, look, I don't celebrate no holidays. No, I don't want no birthday gifts. I don't want no Christmas gifts. Don't send me nothing. And most of the time they say, all right, I'm going to send you something anyway. So, and you know how that is. That's all of our families, unless you got a whole family that's in the truth, which is very rare, all right? But they still send stuff. And doesn't mean you have to throw it away. I'm going to throw it away. You don't have to throw it away. When they're going to ask you, did you like the gift? Oh, I didn't know what it was. How'd you not know what it was? I threw it away. That's just going to start issues. That wouldn't be circumspect. Okay? Accept it with humility and move on. All right? So Isaiah 5:20, again, We didn't read it all the way entirely through. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. And these people call all these things good, all these holidays good. And you tell them that they're wicked, you tell them you can't be doing that. You know, they say, oh, that's bad, that's wicked, you're wrong. No, opposite. It's opposite. You got it wrong. What you're doing is wrong. Okay, what we're doing is telling you what not to do. All right, which is from a biblical standpoint, you're not supposed to do it. All right, Yahweh Shem Yahushai is not with that. All right, but you call us evil. You call the Bible evil. You call the Lord evil. That's because everything that you like is evil. You got it backwards. Everything good you call evil, and everything good you call everything evil you call good, and everything good you call evil. It's upside down. This whole society is upside down, man. Okay, so. You know, if you and I wanted to just touch on that you can. I personally would not. All right, I would not want to go around there with those people opening Christmas gifts and getting drunk, and you know, there's just a lot of folly that comes with the holiday too. But if that's the only time you can see your dad or your mom or your uncle or your cousin that you haven't seen in a couple years, and you really want to see him, there's nothing wrong with going and just seeing him to see him. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. So, and keep the and again, if you get presents sent to you, all right, and you should make it known that you don't want nothing. Okay, you should make it known. You should tell your parents, hey, look, I don't want nothing. I don't want nothing for none of these holidays. I don't celebrate them. But just as my parents do, as many other parents will, they're still gonna send you something anyway. And if they don't, hey, call all Yahweh Shem Yahushai for that. That's great. But you don't have to throw them away if you do. Okay, you can open them. Just like I said, if you got $50, but you're gonna throw away a $50 gift card, you'd be an idiot if you did. You'd be an idiot if you did, okay? Accept it and just move on, all right? You can't just throw it away. You've already got it. What are you going to do now? What are you going to do now? I'm going to send it back. Well, if you can do that, just know it's going to start issues, you know? So this next half of this lesson we're touching on, and this it also come. I was at work the other day, and this came on the TV. It was better than this when it was on TV, but this was December 13th, 2023 it was published. And it's talking about, we'll read it. It says, the winter holidays can turn deadly as research show that more people die from heart attacks during the last week of December than at any other time of the year. While being aware of the signs of a heart attack and taking steps to reduce your risk are important all year long, the American Heart Association, which is a fucking scam, by the way, but they have some truth in this article, the world's leading voluntary organization focused on heart and brain health for all, says that especially critical during the next few weeks. And let me grab a drink. My mouth's getting awfully dry. It says, a study published in Circulation, the flagship journal of the American Heart Association, we're just going to say AHA, reported that more cardiac deaths occur in the U.S. on December 25th than any other day of the year, followed by December 26th and January 1st. So, and you know damn well that the 24th, tonight, should be involved in that. Because people get fucking drunk, alright, on Christmas Eve. Crazy drunk, alright? And I'm glad that almost everything's closed because I don't plan on doing no tripping and doing... I got all my shopping done last night because I was like, fuck, we're not going to be able to do... Because it's going to be closed. Everything's closed now because everything closes at noon for Christmas Eve. So you won't be able to do any type of shopping or anything. And I needed to make sure I had like drinks and snacks and, you know, shit to eat. You know, because I didn't have no snacks and stuff. Because other than a regular meal, you ain't going to be able to go to the store. And you won't be able to go to the store tomorrow on Christmas. And then Monday, you know, and then and tomorrow's Monday. And then Tuesday evening, you got Sabbath coming in, and then after that, you got Tuesday to Wednesday, and then after that, I got to go back to work. So that was the only way to do it, and I wanted to make sure that I got it done because you ain't getting nothing done today or tomorrow because one, everything's closed down. Everything is closed down. So I had to make sure I bought groceries yesterday. And like I was saying, I'm glad because even if things were open, you don't really want to be going too many places. You don't really want to be going too many places. There's a lot of drunk drivers, a lot of accidents. All right, a lot of people from other states that don't know how to fucking drive. They're not used to the situation. All right, especially here in Vegas. They're not used to those Vegas roads, Vegas traffics here. They're coming from fucking Alabama. They come up here. What what in the hee-haw hell's this? You know, and they don't understand. They don't understand the roundabout and shit. They don't understand, like, how our shit just merges into one all of a sudden. They don't understand none of those things. A lot of accidents. So it's dangerous to be driving around these times, you know. It says there's heart attacks, more cardiac deaths during these times. There's also more accidents during the 25th, 26th, and 1st. All right, there's a lot of judgment. That's why I titled this The Eve of Destruction. You know, you have not only just heart things, you have drunk drivers, drunk driving accidents. Also, record high amounts of suicide, all right, happen during these days. All right, I'm sure a lot more domestic violence. All right, everybody together. It's more fights, more arguments, you know. So it's just, that's the Lord taking people out, man. That's the Lord taking people out because you're not supposed to be doing that stuff. Okay, so it says revealing more than 16 years of data on heart attacks among people in Sweden. There was a 15% overall increase in heart attacks during the winter holiday. Of particular note, heart attacks increased 37% on December 24th. There it is, Christmas Eve, peaking at 10 p.m. Often people over 75 and those with diabetes or previous cardiovascular disease. It said, previous research finding more serious heart attacks occur on Mondays than any other day of the week. This year, December 25th, Christmas Day falls on a Monday. Yup. So a lot of your aunts and uncles and nieces and nephews and all some of them might not be to see the new year coming in. All right, they might not live to see 2024. All right. So these people that are doing those things, hey, they're going to get it. Psalms 9 and 16. The Lord is known by the judgment which he executeth. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. Higgaion, Selah. All you had to do was to not do it. All you had to do was not do it. That's it. That was your goal. Don't celebrate those wicked holidays. Don't do it. And now you got judged. Some, not you, but some of these people today are going to die in accidents from overdosing on alcohol or other drugs. All right, from suicide. All right, from falling and slipping and busting their heads open, hanging up lights or something, doing something that a lot of people are going to die, all right, on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, all right, and, continuing all up the New Year's, man, because people, this latter end of the year, these holiday seasons, people are fucking wild, man, drinking and driving, partying, doing dumb shit, all right, and a lot of them aren't going to make it to see 2024. A lot of these people that are alive today will not be alive tonight or tomorrow, all right, or coming into 2024, okay? So keep that in mind, all right? So, and all that's snared in the work of his own hands. Don't do wickedness. They did it anyway, all right? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna continue to do it. I've been doing it for 45 years. I'm gonna continue to do it. I've been celebrating Christmas with a Christmas glazed ham for 45 years. Well, go ahead. You might not be able to do it for 46, okay? Revelation 22 and 11 through 12. Verse 11, he that is unjust, let him be unjust still, and he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be. So, you're going to do wickedness, guess what? You're going to get repaid for that wickedness. All right, you're going to get repaid as it says, your reward shall be given to you as how you're according to your work. All right, your reward is according to your work. And if you've been doing bad stuff, you're gonna get bad stuff back. You've been doing good stuff, you're gonna get good stuff back. This is my 45 years, ain't nothing happened yet. What you mean, man? Y'all talk about some shit that ain't happened yet. Oh, y'all talk about some shit that ain't happening yet. Blah 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 blah. 45 years. Well, guess what? Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. Because you've done it for 45 years, all right, you think that you can do it for 45 and the Lord's never going to pay you back because judgment isn't executed speedily. You think that you got away with it. You think you got away with it because, it didn't happen right then and there. When these people do drugs or they pop another man and, a man pops another man or a woman, does the dirty with another woman and they didn't die right then and there, they think they got away with it and that they're off the hook. And that's not the case. All right. The Lord's stacking a case on you. The Lord's building the case on you, and he's going to come back and pay you for that. It might not be right then and there. It might not be next week. It might not be next month or years. I don't know how long we have left. All right, it doesn't seem like we have too much longer, but we don't know how long we're left here, man. We have no idea. All right, prophecies are fulfilling. We got to wait and see. All right, it doesn't look like we have too much longer. All right, I'm not going to go ahead and, give a date because we don't have dates. All right. But all I'd say is that it would be very surprising to me personally if it's, past 5 years. I don't see no more 5 years in Babylon. It's bad, man. It's bad. And there's a lot of talk about RFID, but again, you just never know. Even the elders and apostles say you just never know. Who knows? Hopefully there's not another 10 years, 20 years. Ugh. Hopefully not. But hey, we got to wait for the Lord. All right. We can't do anything by ourselves. So Romans 12:1, if I can get my, number dyslexia to stop. Romans 12:1 through 2. It says, I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto Yahweh, which is your reasonable service. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh. So in these holidays are all, conformities with the world. Okay, it's their traditions of men and not of Hamashiach, as the scripture said, right? And these people don't care. They don't think, and the thing is, we're preparing, all right, because Yahushua could come back at any time. We don't know when. All right, we don't know when. We'll know when a couple more prophecies unfold, but we don't know if it's this year, next year, 2 years from now, 6 months from now, 8 months, 24. We have no idea. We don't know. We have to wait for prophecies because that's the signs that we were given by Yahushua. All right, in Matthew 24, that's what the signs we were given. All right, is to pay attention to the signs of the time. That's what we're waiting for. Okay, so we don't know if it'll be this year, next year. We're saying hopefully soon. Okay, but these people don't care. They don't understand. They're not thinking that it could be this year, next year, any time now. So they're not prepared. And these Edomites, they're not going to be prepared regardless. But Jake is still fucking around with folly. And being, they don't want to repent. They don't want to call upon the true name of the Lord. They're still on that Jesus juice. They're on that Jesus demon, and they're going to continue. And then when the Lord comes back, they're going to be screwed, man. They're going to be, fucked. All right, for lack of a better word, because the Lord's not going to deal with them. All right, go and call upon the gods ye have chosen, as the scripture says, right? So he's not going to help them, And I got to go and get that. Call upon the gods you have chosen. Let them deliver you in your time of tribulation, right? This is Judges 10:14. Go and cry unto the gods which you have chosen. Let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation. All right? Oh, well, actually, we got to get verse 13. We'll get verse 12. Verse 11. Judges 10:11. And the Lord said unto the children of Israel, Did not I deliver you from the Egyptians, and from the Amorites, and from the children of Ammon, and from the Philistines, and the Zidonians also, and the Amalekites, and the Moabites, did oppress you, and ye cried to me, and I delivered you, Salakia, out of their hand. Yet ye have forsaken me, and served other gods, wherefore I will deliver you no more. The Lord said, I'm not going to deliver you anymore. I delivered you out of all these things, and you forsook me. Verse 14, Go and cry unto the gods which ye have chosen. Let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation. Next time you're in trouble, go and call upon them. Go and call upon Jesus or Buddha. See what they're going to do. Don't call on me. I'm done with you. I delivered you out of all these situations, and you forsook me. Go and call upon those gods. Let them deliver you, because I'm not going to do it. All right? That's what the Lord was saying. He's done. So, because you wanted to go and do these things. So, and a lot of you people are going to be, these drunk drivers. You're going to be drunk driving. You're going to get hit, sitting there bleeding out. You're going to be trying to call on the Lord, calling on the wrong name, and you're calling on the wrong name. So he's not going to help you. All right? He's not going to help you. All these things are wicked. They're worldly, and they're not of the Father or the Son, right? Because the Son's doing the will of the Father. So this is Romans 8:5-7. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, Christmas, birthdays, Easter, right? But they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit, repenting, calling upon Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, studying, being prepared. Verse 6, for to be carnally minded. What is carnal? Carnal is related to the flesh, all right? Well, I like opening presents. It makes me feel good. That's flesh. I like smoking. It makes me feel good. I like popping Xanny bars. It makes me feel good. Yeah, that's carnality. All right, things that make your flesh feel good is carnality, but you can't let the carnal mind take over your spiritualness. All right, you can't let that carnality lead you, man. All right, because you're gonna wrestle with the flesh. We're gonna wrestle with the flesh because the carnal side, and that won't go away because our body, our really we're putting aside carnality for spirituality. Okay, and that's a hard task alone because your body is, the flesh really lusts for things, it really lusts for things. All right, but you can't be carnally minded. You can't just let your flesh decide what you do. All right, you're gonna get destroyed if you do that. Verse 6: for to be carnally minded is death, says it right there. But to be spiritually minded is life and peace. You gotta abstain from certain things. You gotta starve your flesh, all right, in order to feed your spirit. Verse 7: because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High. It's enmity, all right? And enmity sounds like what? Enemy, all right? Because enmity is really an archaic form of that. If you look up enmity, it's opposition.
Enmity.
All right? It says the state or feeling of being actively opposed, opposition, or hostile to someone or something. Okay, so the carnal mind is hostile against the Lord, all right? Against Yahweh. Because the carnal mind is enmity against Yahweh. It's opposing, all right? It's an opposing side. We'll read it. Because the carnal mind is enmity against Yahweh, for it is not subject to the law of Yahweh, neither indeed can be. So these things are not of the Lord, all right? They're related to flesh, worldly traditions, all right? After the traditions of men, all right? Worldly, right? It's not of the Father nor Son. It's of men, all right? Men, notably Edomite men, all right? Notably Edomite men, as we'll be touching on more tomorrow with Saturnalia, right? And the Saturn worship. It goes back to the Romans, all right? The Roman Edomites, that's who they are, and they're still in power today, telling you to go and buy gifts, telling you to go and buy Christmas presents, and I already said Christmas stockings and all this stuff and all these different things. That's what they're telling you. They're telling you to go and celebrate these things, and you're gonna do it. All right, because you're lusting after the flesh and not of the spirit. And hey, that's going to lead you to your destruction. And it is the eve of destruction. And hey, Lord willing, Yahweh Shem Yahushai keeps us safe and protects us from these demons because they're out in full effect. Every holiday, every one of these wicked holidays, a lot of idol worship going on, a lot of weird spiritual wickedness just out there. And hey, Lord willing, call all Yahweh Shem Yahushai that we're protected. I myself, you brothers and sisters and your families out there are protected from those things. And hey, we make it out of here on chariots as members of the elect. So with that, we're going to go ahead and close out. Once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Akakwadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth and rule well. Shalom to you brothers and sisters out there. Keep enduring, keep the faith, stay safe out there. Until next one, Lord willing, Shalom.